Have you ever come across that one level 53 running around the hub with a Hyperion and flexing it to everyone else on the server? Meanwhile, you're completely and utterly perplexed as you've been grinding for months up on end for this boom boom sword. Most people would instantly jump to conclusions and think, you know what, that person's probably IRL trading. And there's a good chance you'd probably be right. But sometimes it's not always that obvious, and after all, I prefer to give someone the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try not to jump to any conclusions in this video. I'm going to show you the profile and I want you to tell me what you think in the comments. Like this profile that we see right here. Level 30, joined a year ago, 1.6 billion purse, API off. The only thing that we can really see is that they have a level 40 rock pet. But when you look a bit further, there is what looks like quite a lot of activity on the auction house, so maybe this person is just an AH flipper. With profiles like this, it's always interesting to check, I guess, if they have anybody on the co-op, but in this case they don't. Then when you look actually a bit further, you can see that they've actually spent more coins on the auction house than they've actually earned. So maybe that means they're not AH flipping. It's kind of hard to tell. Still pretty weird considering this profile's level 30. And I guess if you're solely AH flipping, then you don't really need to be any higher level. How about this profile right here? RX PvP. Now, what immediately jumps out at you is they joined 14 days ago and they have a 36 billion coin net worth. When you look into it a bit further, they do have a lot of co-op members. So rather than jumping to conclusions, it might be more reasonable to think that they've been given items by the co-op. Now, 36 billion coins is a lot, and it doesn't seem like there's some insane AH flipper. Now, what's interesting is this account of this profile has never entered the Crimson Isles. If we pan back to their armor sets, you can see this ridiculous Infernal Crimson setup with Magic Find 8 and Veteran 8, attributes that they can't even use. Also, an Infernal Aurora setup, G7P7, but that's irrelevant. It's got Veteran 8, once again, they can't use it. The same goes for this Infernal Terror setup with the Dominance. Now, of course, items like this are co-op soulbound, so I'm pretty much 100% sure that this has simply just been transferred over from somebody else on the co-op, and that makes sense. There is, by the looks of it, a lot of people in this co-op. Damn, Fatal Tempo 5 Valkyrie. Holy Max, that is crazy. That is I'd love to try that weapon. I mean, I remember once I had like a really random Fatal Tempo 1 Valkyrie for some reason, and it was pretty cool, but Fatal Tempo 5. Also a Chimera 5 Daedalus Axe, which is lovely. Jesus. Wow. Almost missed the Chimera 5 Claymore too. Regardless of any of this, it is still just very, very strange to see all of these items on a profile like this. I mean, Skyblock 124, 76 Fairy Souls, 18 skill average. It's almost as if to me that maybe the main account was banned for whatever reason, and they were able to transfer all the items over before they were banned or something along those lines to somebody else on the co-op who was able to transfer them to them. Because obviously, regardless of the item, it's all co-op soulbound and there's tons of people in the co-op. That would be my best guess, but I could be completely wrong. There's something going on though, like, this is not real progression because there's no way a Skyblock level 124 who's not entered the Crimson Isles could come up with this armor. A very, very interesting one nonetheless. Before we do go any further, if you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS, it gets yourself 5% off. Also, you should subscribe to the channel if you watch these videos and you haven't subscribed. And finally, you should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer slayers and dungeon carries, so if you need carries or want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a different one. Now, this profile that we have here is somebody from my Discord server. Now, they've told me, or they basically said, how much they've spent on cookies, and it is a pretty decent amount of money. But of course, cookies alone won't get you anywhere. Just because you have coins doesn't mean you have a good profile. Now, here we have a Skyblock level 272 with what we have almost 14 billion net worth, skill average of 45, with a Necron setup, Burning Aurora, Fiery Terror, lovely Shadow Assassin setup, also with a Duplex 5 Terminator and a fully scrolled Hyperion. Just over 1000 magical power, level 200 G-Drag, Kata 43, pretty damn decent Slayers too. Now, I know this is really hard to do. Let's see when the profile was actually created a year ago. So I'd say that's, I mean, it's not really fast progress, but that's relatively decent progress for a year, I'd say. January 2023, so yeah, literally almost a year ago. But yeah, I want you to guess how much you think this person has spent on the game. 15,000. I mean, it is essentially Hypixel approved IRL trading. Didn't say currency, so it could be dollars. it also might not be. Not completely on topic, but still kind of on topic. I just thought it'd be really interesting to see what people thought. And this is a pretty interesting profile. We have Scrap level 149, a 28 skill average, a 3.5 billion net worth. Joined a month ago. With a decent storm setup. Do we have anything else to note? He has Final Destination and Shadow Assassin. Oh, we have a fully scrolled Hyperion worth almost 2 billion coins with, let's see, a Living Dagger, Midas staff with combo on it, and a Juju, of course. But then we have a magical power of 469, and magical power of 469 with a Hyperion would be a very interesting concept, using a level 100 sheep too. Plus, only Kata 29. Doesn't really seem like a lot has gone on in the Crimson Isles either. Definitely not auction house flipped for the coins, considering they've only actually received 174 mil through the auction house, and they've also spent more. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, this is a pretty interesting profile if I'm being completely honest. Now, we don't have full API access, so there's some things we can't see. For instance, on the profile there is 3 Fairy Souls, joined 10 days ago, and not really a whole lot of progress. It is a bit annoying that the API is off and we can't see certain things. However, we know for a fact that they've got something like they've got a legendary Baby Yeti, they've got a Mythic Enderman, they've got a Wither Skeleton, the Kata 23, they've killed the fair share of Ice Walkers. We can also see that they've spent over 1.7 billion coins on the auction house and earned over 2.3. So this kind of looks like they're AH flipping. However, they bought 202 items and only sold 26. Sure, these could be craft flips, but I guess we can take a little bit more of an in-depth look. I mean, after all this, they are on a co-op, so they could have just simply been given coins by the co-op. Oh no, yeah, this guy's IRL trading. Lava Rune for 550 mil. That doesn't seem right. Lava Runes at 10k. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but why are you listing a rune for 550 mil? Why is somebody buying it? Sure, this could be just the co-op, but wouldn't they just trade coins? Yeah, interesting. Let's see if there's anything else that's sus. They also sold a Wake Rune for 300 mil as well. Wake Runes are 40k. I thought this was sus as well. Okay, so they listed a legendary end sword for, well, if for auction. It wasn't for bin, starting bid of a mil, highest bid of 760 mil. And when we actually take a look at this, we can see that this auction was actually fulfilled. Somebody paid 760 mil for that endstone sword. Smarty head lol. And the same goes for this aspect of the void that they ended up getting 680 mil for. So what would be interesting if we take a look at Smarty Head LOL and see what's going on his profile. Now, this is just a profile that's been around for ages that's basically got nothing on it. Yeah, I guess this is essentially just the middleman that they probably use, or the middleman account. I would assume anyway. Anyway, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.